What is going on, people? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to today's video. Welcome to a high protein full day eating. I'm showing you everything I'm gonna make, everything I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a good one. I have some things in mind that I need to get to, so let's get this part over with. Go ahead, press thumbs up button for me. And if you're new to the channel, you're not subscribed, as like 70% of you are not, which is insane. Go ahead, make sure you do that right now. Now, it is breakfast time, but I wanna prep something for a little later on. Super simple slow cooker recipe. And I got the idea of using a slow cooker in one of the comments. So if you have anything that you would like me to kind of play with, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make sure I put it in a video. But for this, it's literally 2 ingredients and you just set it like for a couple hours. Super simple. Let's make that before we make breakfast. So slow cooker here. And I just went to the store. Chicken breasts were BOGO. So that is nice. We're gonna use all 6 of these chicken breasts. Gonna make some really nice meal prep with this. And I'm not gonna do any cleaning or any kind of prep work. I'm literally just gonna take them out of the container and toss them into the slow cooker container. Step 1 of 2 complete. Next step is just adding some of this paste salsa, or I guess any salsa would work. I don't ever measure it. I normally do a little over half typically. Next, I just give it a good mix with my hands. Get everything nice and coated in there. And that's pretty much it. Call it genius, call it lazy. All I know is that it works. Now we'll put the lid on. Let's put it on high since we're gonna eat it in like probably 4 hours or so. And that's literally it. We'll check in on that in just a little bit. Now for my actual breakfast. You guys know I make my Kodiak cake bowl. It's super simple, super quick, super easy, and super delicious. But I kind of want pancakes. Like I kind of want like a nice circular disc to like put in my mouth, maybe with some chocolate chips in it, some turkey bacon on the side. But I think that's exactly what we're gonna do for breakfast today, since we have the time and we're at home. All right, so in here I have my Kodiak cake mix. There is a like recipe on the back, but I don't really care to follow a recipe, so we're gonna do our own thing. All right, so of course we are gonna start with the normal Kodiak cake pancake mixture. We'll do about 95 grams. That's a lot, but I hopefully won't eat this entire thing. We can add a little protein in by using egg whites instead of like water or milk. That's like 75 grams of that. And then I have my Fairlife fat-free milk. Let's do another like 50 grams of that. Now I have no idea how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try and put some yogurt in there, some 000, probably like 50 grams of that too. And finish it off, we'll put a little cinnamon on top, make them cinnamon buttermilk pancakes. All right, I'm gonna give this a quick stir and check out the consistency. Now, maybe this is beginner's luck, but that is some pretty good consistency right there. So we'll do a big old pan over some medium heat. To lube up the pan, I'm gonna use this butter spray instead of like olive oil or something. And obviously to make them chocolate chip, I'm gonna use these Lily's dark chocolate, stevia sweetened chocolate chips. All right, let's say a little prayer and do this, huh? All right, now I almost forgot about the turkey bacon. So this is the kind that I use. It's like 25 calories per slice, which is pretty good. I'm gonna cook it in the air fryer as well. Quality 5 pieces going in, fit in there perfectly. And I'm just gonna do 360 for 10 minutes. And all right, these are definitely ready for a flip. Let's check it. Okay, a little burnt, but that's all right. Yeah, definitely a little burnt. All right, please don't be burnt. It's fucking burnt. Damn it. I don't understand. So look at how, can you read that? Low. It's past low/simmer, and yet my pan burns literally everything. I don't understand. That is so annoying. It doesn't just happen with pancakes or like things that need to cook like kind of softly. Anything I put in that pan, no matter what temperature I put it at, it's too hot. It's always too hot. And I don't think it's the pan, I think it's the burner, obviously, but still very frustrating. Regardless, we do have all 7 of our burnt pancakes. I bet they are like fluffy in the middle. You know what? Let's just try it. Cheers. Wait, yeah, that's actually really good. They may be burnt, but they are still tasty. All right, and for the turkey bacon, I actually raised the heat and did not change the time. So that's a full 10 minutes, like 5 of it being at 400. And let's go ahead. Oh, dude, this is burnt too. Oh, this is just not my morning at all. Damn it. All right, well, I make this all the time, so I don't know what's going on. I do like crispy bacon, but like That's a little too crispy. Honestly though, it's not bad. Tastes like bacon chips. I might be onto something actually. Yeah, and like obviously not all of these are super burnt, but they're pretty burnt. Regardless, they are still pretty good though. To make them a little less dry, I am gonna put some of this Carrie's sugar-free syrup over top. As far as syrup goes, it's probably one of my favorite low-calorie ones. 2 tablespoons is only 5 calories, which is pretty good. And then I have a little bit of this left, some Ready Whip, fat-free Ready Whip. A little bit of this. All right, I have none of this left. All right, now something even more shocking than me messing up this entire meal is what I think, at least, the calories and macros. I was thinking this would be like easily over 1,000 calories. It's actually not. I just put everything in. We're sitting at 627 calories for the entire meal. And we have in there like almost 50 grams of protein. So I was expecting definitely more calories and the protein's probably on point. But either way, this is a lot of food if it was cooked properly for breakfast. So I actually am still gonna eat this even though it's a little burnt. I do still find it pretty good. But I promise I'm not gonna mess up any more meals for the rest of the video, so just stick with me, say the whole thing. We're gonna get this sorted out. Would I recommend pancakes over my Kodiak cake bowl? Obviously not. There is more room for error in there. And the Kodiak cake bowl tastes just as good. It's easier to clean up and make. Just gonna toss it out there. But I was craving pancakes and that's partially what I got this morning. All right, a couple hours has passed now. It's roughly like 3 o'clock. So the chicken has been cooking for roughly 3 hours or so. Definitely getting it where we want to be. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to low and maybe leave the lid off for like an hour just so some of the moisture goes into the air, whatever that is called. But in the meantime, I'm hungry again. Let's make some lunch. I have an idea of what I want. But before I assemble the sandwich, I want to assemble the sauce. So I've recently become a fan of horseradish sauce on sandwiches. It's like the same calories as mayonnaise pretty much, but I actually am gonna do a little bit of light mayonnaise in there as well. Of course, some yellow mustard. And I don't have any pickle spears, so I'm just gonna use relish instead, but it should be pretty good mixed in with the sauce. So here's how it looks. Give it a quick stir. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 wraps, one at a time. First things first, we'll start with the sauce. Next, the cheese. This is the Bourdon or something. Fat-free singles, they're pretty good. 35 calories a slice, I'm pretty sure. So that is solid. And then for the lunch meat, I'm going to use some Publix turkey. Put a little more sauce on there for good measure. We can go ahead and roll this one up. All right, so that turned out perfect. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, get one more. All right, sandwiches both made, and you can tell we got some chips on there as well. Pretty classic of mine at this point, the Quest tortilla chips. This is the loaded taco flavor. Maybe not my favorite. I think the sweet chili is my favorite, but it's all I had and they are still really good. Honestly, very, very thick, sizable tortillas. Might be a little too dark in that thing to tell what's going on, but there's quite a bit. The sub sauce is on point. I didn't think I liked horseradish in my subs, but the spiciness of it, or whatever that spice is of horseradish, I actually do enjoy. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but for me, I actually like it. Also, these things are loaded with a ton of meat. I used almost that entire container. That container was brand new. So definitely loaded down with meat, and that's gonna be hella filling. The chip, by the way, pretty well seasoned Dorito style chip. The flavor is very on point. It's a little like, I would say airier than like your typical Dorito, but I think it tastes really good nonetheless. And the macros are absolutely insane. There's 19 grams of protein in this bag with 140 calories. That's like crazy, crazy good macros. So this actually turned out perfectly. Nothing's overcooked either, so that's a huge plus. And weirdly enough, we're actually right about the same amount of calories for this meal as we were with the last one. This one came out to 612 calories. That is really, really good. Even crazier though, pop into the macros. Now we're at 122 grams of protein. So there was an absolute ton of protein in this meal right here. So we're sitting good on calories as well, right around 1,200. Want to see that come up just a little bit. I'm still trying to hit anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. And those are days that I'm training and doing some sort of like cardiovascular activity. But all around, a ton of flavor, a ton of volume, some really good macros. all for just a really quick, simple meal made at home for my lunch today. All right, Perry, show him the fit. All right. Theo, show him the fit. Okay.
At the back.
Natty, show him the fit. Perry's back. Joey's front.
More Perry's
No,
front.
we're good on that. We're obviously getting changed to go to the gym. But huge announcement that I've already made in the last video. TLF's Black Friday sale is already live, up to 75% off. My code is worth 20% right now, so TLF-Suggs is worth 20. Huge savings. Plus, anything that you do buy, send me a DM on Instagram using my code, and you're automatically entered to be one of 2 winners of a TLF $100 giveaway. Super simple to enter all the way through November, picking a winner on December 1st. Go do that. We're headed to the gym, but we're gonna make a pit stop because I want to get something pre-workout meal. All right, let me put y'all onto something real quick. Sometimes they're called honey stingers, but this is a different brand I found. Stroop waffles, okay? As a pre-workout snack, I found them 1, quite delicious, but 2, a pretty good quick carb source to like get me ready for the workout. If you've never had a Stroop waffle, like that was me a couple months ago, it's like 2 waffles sandwiched in between like a thin layer of, I guess, caramel or something. I think you're supposed to eat them with coffee, but they're delicious. Yeah, something about this pre-workout is so good. So I'll eat one of those and then I'll put you on to something else. The combination of Gatorade Zero and Transparent Labs Bulk Black, specifically these 2 flavors, unreal as well. Mixing pre-workout with Gatorade is kind of like, I don't want to say taboo, but people don't normally do it. It adds way more flavor and you get more electrolytes and all that good stuff. Regardless, it's a win-win. Pour up with a little over half of this Gatorade. Put a big old scoop of the Transparent Labs Bulk Black in there. By the way, on Transparent Labs, their Black Friday deal is starting the 23rd. I don't have all the details quite yet, but I'm gonna put them up right now. You get special bonuses depending on how much you spend, and my discount code will work. So make sure you're using my discount code and picking up that certain level to get whatever prizes that you want. But the combination of the Gatorade plus the pre-workout, absolutely next level. So good. I hear people putting ice with their pre-workout, but never Gatorade. And why not? So Stroop waffle, Gatorade, pre-workout, the perfect mixture to go get a lift in. All right, we got the workout partner, so try to toss her in as well. But we were gonna start with normal, just dumbbell bench, but I figured do a little pre-exhaustion, do some cable flies first. And something I don't ever typically do is seated cable flies, but the bench was like sitting right here, so I thought might as well use it. Really enjoying the movement so far. I've only done 1 set, but a little more controlled, and I feel it a little better as well too. So I'm gonna do like probably 4 sets here, get us nice and warmed up, and that'll be a good start to our chest day. All right, definitely feeling pre-exhausted now. Next exercise is gonna be a dumbbell bench at a slight incline too. I just find it a little more comfortable on the shoulders, a little more chest, upper chest activation as well. Also because of that pre-exhaustion, you're gonna keep the weight relatively light, still go for like 8 to 10 reps. You're gonna do 3 heavy working sets of this. Right, next, moving into a chest press. Me and Perry are actually gonna be doing separate exercises, separate movements for this. I'm using a hammer strength machine doing single arm. And the reason why I'd rather do it on this is so that I can do it single arm and kind of get more isolation. If I turn the right way, my arm goes across my chest a little more, therefore contracting my chest a little more. All right, and once again, because the gym is gonna close soon, we're gonna wrap things up with a tricep superset. You can do it all on 1 cable machine with 1 attachment, 1 set, 2 failure of a cable push down, tricep cable push down, getting a nice tension at the back end of that movement. That till failure, and then literally just turn around and do overhead tricep extensions. That till failure as well. You should pick a weight that you can get roughly like 12 to 15 reps up. That's a good range to be in. And we're gonna do 3 sets of that superset, and that should close out triceps for us as well. All right, getting done exactly at 6 p.m. Very solid workout. I did finish up by taking my creatine, which I always do, and I did 15 minutes on the Stairmaster. So a nice way to end it, nice and sweaty as well. Let's go home and finally get to check on our chicken. All right, quick change and shower, or I guess shower and change. The chicken though, sorry about that, 100% done. Now, another little trick that I learned from TikTok. So you get yourself a little hand mixer just like this, and make sure it's on the lowest setting, but you just stick it in and pull it all the way around. All right, so literally 3 seconds later, the entire thing of rotisserie chicken is completely done. So obviously this can be your meal prep for the week. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take about half of it out. That way I can like save it, make some tortillas or quesadillas with it later. And for the other half, I wanna try something new, a change a bit of my buffalo chicken dip recipe. Let's give it a shot. So 2 things I just had in the pantry that I think might be good in this mix. Some black beans and then some fire roasted corn. I'm just gonna toss both of these cans in. By the way, entire container full of meat, and it's like we didn't even make a dent in that right there. And everything else that I'm about to put in here is like what I typically make my buffalo chicken dip with. So I think this is gonna be like a Southwest buffalo chicken dip. Could be good, I don't know. I'm probably gonna use a little less than half of this Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce. Next, about half of this container of the Oikos like blended plain Greek yogurt. A pretty healthy serving of this Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. I didn't measure it, but that's how it looks. And about a half bag total of cheese, and I'm just gonna split the difference between the mozzarella and the cheddar. All right, so here's the overall damage. I'm just gonna give this a quick mix once again. Let me put the camera down real quick. All right, so here's how we're looking. It smells absolutely incredible. What I'm gonna do is just turn it back on low for maybe like 30 minutes or so, maybe an hour, and check on it once like maybe the cheese starts to melt. That is gonna be perfect. And while we wait for that, I'm gonna go ahead and make my post-workout shake. Don't always have it, but figured why not today. It is Fairlife milk, 280 grams of that, and a scoop and a half of the Transparent Labs, the dark chocolate, which has been my current favorite flavor. Wait, what are you doing? It's not ready yet. Teaser though, it's pretty good. This is also pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the stroopwafel that we had pre-workout with the post-workout, and that leaves us with 1,700 calories down for the day, which is really, really good, and an absolute whopping 181 grams of protein. Very solid, well on our way to over 200, we'll definitely hit it. All right, people, it's been over an hour, so I am 100% certain this is ready to go. Let's plate it and have a bowl. There is a ton of this left over. I'm thinking there's probably like 5 servings left, but regardless, doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat it with these pretzel crisps right here. Probably my favorite dipping thing. I'm really excited because tomorrow is Sunday. We got like NFL football. I'm going to a party. I'm definitely gonna bring this. Let everyone dive in. Look at that. Cheesy, chickeny, everything-y. It's next level. The buffalo chicken dip recipe, very, very solid. I really do think this just raises it to the next level. It's hard to explain how good this really is. So the black beans and the corn add just a little bit of like extra Southwest flavor. The fact that we cooked the chicken in the salsa adds just a little more Southwest flavor, and that buffalo chicken dip all blends it together. This might go down as one of my favorite recipes I think I've made to date. All right, let me take one break to tell you about the calories and macros. So here's what I did. I created a meal in MyFitnessPal, the total of everything in the crock pot, right? And that came out to right under 2,700 calories for the entire thing. You can see the calorie macro breakdown here. So to add this to an actual meal, I can go up to the top where it says number of servings. I'm gonna type in let's say 0.2. It's probably a little under that, truthfully, but we'll be on the safe side calorie-wise and put it at 0.2. That is only 538 calories with an absolutely insane 88.4 grams of protein. So we'll go ahead, add that into meal number 4 for our day. And there it is, brings our total up to 2,200 calories, a little over that, and an absolutely insane amount of protein, 270 grams of protein for the day. Is that overkill? Yes. Did I need to have that protein shake? Absolutely not. But whatever, is what it is. It is so simple to get protein. I don't really see how people struggle with it. Definitely recommend making this. I am so excited I just happened to think about doing it. But for a tasty high protein dinner that I think is gonna be an absolute hit at my game day party tomorrow, the Southwest buffalo chicken dip is an instant classic now. All right, now I know you may be thinking, Joey, you're at 2,200 calories. You got to get a little more in. You obviously don't need any more protein. Yeah, I have an idea for what I'm going to do to get it all in. Me and Perry made a little pit stop at Trader Joe's and got absolutely gorgeous charcuterie board that has some meats, some cheeses, some meats, some cheeses. So obviously this is going to be my dessert / last meal. Am I gonna track it? Absolutely not. Am I gonna enjoy it? Absolutely yes. But that means I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Please press the thumbs up button if you did like the recipes, more specifically that buffalo chicken dip. But I'll leave you guys there and I will see you very shortly in the next one. Peace.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah.